We have a special guest here tonight, Mr. Mike White. Thank you so much. Two things to thank you. Thank you for your time. And I just want to personally thank you for all the coverage you do at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, all high school sports.
Thank you.
We follow you
Very
on
nice
Twitter,
of you to say.
Facebook. You're the man. And when you say it, we know it's true.
Well, I don't know about that.
And you do a wonderful job covering all high school sports from 1A to 6A. And I know Brad and I really appreciate we use you on our broadcast, and I try to give you credit when I remember to say,
okay.
Hey, I saw it there. But can you tell us?
We can't do it without guys like you guys either. I mean, Brad sends us stuff every game, and so it's a whole world of high school sports in Western Pennsylvania that to make it go smoothly and to get the kids the right publicity, it takes a lot of people.
It does, and it's an exciting time as we're a week and a half away here from seedings and playoffs. Can you tell us a little bit about your day today?
My day today, well, doing a special thing really I've never done before. I guess if you count in college when I worked part-time, it's been about, 44 years I've been at the Post-Gazette. But Joseph Roth of Ellwood City, to me, is one of the most unique athletes in the history of the WPIL. I'm talking way back. Forever, and I really mean that. I think what he does with his swimming and basketball thing, I mean, there have been guys who have, probably who have swam and played basketball. He's not the first, but there's not a lot of them. And they're certainly
at that level he's at.
not doing what he's doing at the level he's doing it at. So, I've done stories on it before, but we thought, I just had an idea of, and I don't think people realize, the average person, how hard it is to do what he is doing and how difficult it is. Not even just to do it, but to do it at the level he's doing it. So I had an idea of, and we're going to publish it next Thursday, and the print edition is going to be videos online. We're going to do a bigger thing, a day in the life of Joseph Roth.
Okay, that's awesome.
With a timeline, and, we had a photographer down here, met him when he got up this morning at 7 in the morning. I came down. I had some writing to do. I came down around lunchtime, been with him all day, going from everywhere. Going to the doctor's office to get his stitches out, going to swimming practice, going to get the bus, seeing him eat on the bus, seeing here. It's a different way maybe to present a story. But
it's a story that people need to see and realize.
Yeah, I
love the idea.
To see. And, I'll be honest with you, a photographer and I, Sebastian, when we left the swimming practice to come over to, they got the bus, we were walking to get the bus, and he said it, and I said to him, going from one of these things to the other, I'm a little tired. And I didn't even swim or play basketball. I mean, I coached basketball at North Hills, 9th grade, and helped out with the varsity, but I said I'm a little tired, and he does this 5 days a week, and on Saturdays does basketball and swimming, doesn't go to school, but I marvel at him. I think it is one of the most unique stories, and he's one of the most unique athletes in the history of WPIL. So look for that next week.
And you said it'll be out next Thursday?
Next Thursday it'll be in our print edition. It'll probably be on our website Wednesday.
Okay, so I'm sure all of Ellwood City will love to see that.
Well, I don't know if we deliver papers anymore all the way out here.
Well,
but
we
go a little bit further into a sheets or whatever. Pick it up. So help me keep my job.
I have a feeling the Roth family will get it distributed.
That's right. They're great people.
And yes, they are. A great family. I call them the first family of Ellwood City basketball. You probably know this in your story. There's 5 of them. 3 of them have scored over 1,000 points, counting Joseph.
Right.
One's at like 983, and their daughter, Bella, she was an outstanding athlete as well, went on to play college at Geneva. So they're a wonderful family, and they're great for Ellwood City basketball. They're a lot of fun for Brad and I to cover. We've been covering this for 6 years now. So we've been covering the Roth family. It's been a lot
Long
of fun.
time.
So
yeah.
We'll be looking at that. Why have you here? As playoffs are coming. I want to go watch a good basketball game. Which one do you go to? What team is there out there that you really just say, man, you got to see these guys?
Well, I think the team that attracts the most attention, and rightly so, is Lincoln Park.
Yes.
I mean, they're very good. They do. I'm not going to get into the stuff about getting players from everywhere, but we've got, they've got a player ranked in the top 10 in the country as juniors, Malik Thomas, who, incidentally, I coached when he was in 8th grade. He played for me at North Hills on the 9th grade team. And we had Royce Parham on that team, who was also Marquette.
It sounds like it was loaded.
Yeah, we had to do some things. Malik couldn't play for the first half of the year, but we won't get into that. But And they have Biba Cummings, who's going to Pitt. So as far as a 1-2 punch, I mean, scoring-wise, they're probably one of the best 1-2 punches in the WPIL in a long time. They both average over, I think, 23.
That's what I think.
Malik's not scoring as much this year, but he's still up around 19 or so. Whether that'll change in the playoffs, I don't know. Those two, I think, turn it up in the playoffs. But they're probably a team that people want to see. But a couple teams I like. I mean, I really like this Moon team in 5A. I saw them last night. I've seen them twice now. Elijah Guillory, I think, is proven to be one of the top 5 players WPIL. I think he's pushing for Fab 5. I think he's probably a lock. If you go down the line, we talked about 4A. 6A is very open. I don't think 6A is really good this year in WPIL. Not a really great team. Down to 3A, I think they're a really good story too. Deer Lakes, they never won a championship, never been to the championship before. Last year they win it with a first-year coach, and now they're number 1 again this year.
And we got to see them firsthand. They took us out last year in the first round of the playoffs, and we were stunned.
Yeah,
I mean,
the real deal.
They were. Deal. I don't.
Guy's done a great job. Terrence Parham got them going.
Okay.
The program going, but this guy LB Fletcher has kind of taken it to another level. And they lost 4 starters at graduation. Only 1 starter back, and they're 15-2.
Don't look like they dropped off at all.
Yeah.
At all. And we kind of laughed when we got there. It almost looked like football players playing basketball. They were big, they were physical.
Right.
And then after the first quarter, it's like, okay, these guys can dribble, they can shoot, they got it all.
But, you guys, I think 3A, I don't think there's a great team. I don't think, there's some good teams. And I think you guys have played with some of the good teams at Ellwood. And, I think you got a shot at beating some teams in the playoffs. I really do.
We're hoping.
Especially because of the 35.
Yeah.
He's the X factor the teams don't have. And, I haven't seen him play since his sophomore year, and the thing that I'm so impressed with him again tonight is his passing ability.
He's done a
I think I got him with like 7 assists.
Yeah, we have a 7 assists.
I mean, he might have for a while. I thought he might get a quadruple double with the blocks.
He's got a triple double. He's had one. Hey, real quick, tell our viewers where they can follow you at, where they can get your information. Give yourself
on Post-Gazette on the web. You can follow me there. I'm on Twitter and post some stories on there at M. Whiteberg, and
we retweet a lot of your stuff for our listeners. So
that's
not
fine.
Game Time. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Really enjoyed it. Good luck. Thanks, Brad.